I've been bringing people into. I've been leading people to Eastern Kentucky for years, and we found the right team together, and we formed Backroads of Appalachia a year and 7 months ago now. The recording thing messed me up. I'm sorry.
Sorry, Eric. And if you want to turn off your camera, you're cutting out just a little bit. We might be able to hear you better if you turn off your camera. Thank you.
Okay. So like Ruthie said earlier, we was blessed by the USDA to receive a pretty substantial grant for what we're trying to do with our area and support all of our local mom and pop places throughout the region. Bottom line is we need your help. We want people to fall in love with Appalachia and Eastern Kentucky. Of course, you read the highlights of this, but the most important thing is we bring in thousands of people, and we want them to experience our wonderful roads, but most importantly, our best people. And while they're here, they're spending their hard-earned money everywhere they stop. During COVID, it's like, as we all know, that's when we first started. It was a niche time for anyone to start off and start operation. But due to the outside nature of what we do, it fit in. If you look at this little slide here, Benham Schoolhouse Inn's a perfect example. Through the darkest times, they all of a sudden had people staying with them in a COVID restricted environment, but they still was able to stay, which generated revenue to keep him going and keep him employed and keep his employees employed, the most important thing. We did a little economic impact study, not last weekend, but the 3 weeks prior, from all the events we had, and also the counting of our welcome center and all the events staying at all the hotels in the region, restaurants in the region that we sent them to. We was right around the $1.3 to $1.7 million mark from a 3-week time frame of people coming into Eastern Kentucky. What we do is pretty simple. Of course, we stay in our lane: motorsport, tourism, economic development. We want to trademark and promote our roads that leads to our beautiful towns, over the mountains, through the hills to Granny's house we go, as I like to say. But these little towns are in dire need of a shot in the arm of a new influx of capital coming in, and that's kind of our purpose. And what we want to do is bring these towns and give them that stimulant of money coming in. We're proud to say that we do offer a job training program. We're with EKY. We do give second chance employment as well as troubled youth. We give them the opportunity. We've been blessed this year with Harlan County Action Group and also EKY. We have a grand total of 6 employees at our little welcome center, and they're doing phenomenal work, and they're doing the task and bringing people in, and that's all we can ask for them. And also our third thing is we want to support any local mom and pop restaurant or business or anything in that nature, and help them drive to make more revenue, which returns makes them want to be able to have the ability to hire more employees. We've done very successful at that. Our social media coverage, we're reaching anywhere from 1 to 6 million people a month. We do spend $0 in advertising. The reason why we're successful like that is because we know our market. We don't try to outgo our market. We know what our market's looking for, and we try to attract that to our market on our social media. Last year was a big honor for us. There's the Harley Davidson Owners Group, or HOG for short. They ranked Dragon Slayer Highway 160 number 3 in the country for the places to come visit and ride. And we actually will be in next month's magazine of the American Motorcycle Association 8-page cover called Appalachian Ingenuity. So we're doing the right path with that in our media. And one of the biggest things was our cancer benefit ride we do. I was contacted by Norman Radis' staff, and we did, of course, the Kentucky segment, helped put that together for Ride with Norman Radis. which aired on AMC, and we raised a bunch of money for cancer patients of Eastern Kentucky to receive gas cards and food cards while they're going through chemo. A few of our events, not all of them, rally car racing we had last year, scheduled to go in again this week. It's Labor Day weekend again this year. We had the first national hill climb event at Pine Mountain State Park last year. Done signed a 5-year contract with Sparks to continue that on in April of 2022 and beyond. We have multiple events with car clubs, bringing in exotic cars, bringing in Volkswagens, bringing in Mazda Miatas, and anything in between for them to come in, explore our roads. But the most important thing, support all of our local businesses. One thing that, hold on, I'm sorry, I got a call. I had to hang up on him. One thing we do is, we bring more of this seasonal, what we call spring, summer, and fall tourism. Bringing these exotic car guys in was a big leap for us, but it worked out so far beautifully. We're bringing in guys with $300,000-$400,000 cars to come and explore our roads, stay at our local places, eat at our local places. But the most important thing is these kind of guys have an expensive taste and expensive lifestyle. Well, how do they get there? It's pretty simple. They're business owners. We actually, through Rebel Rally, our first rally car, we had now 2 guys named Joe and Kyle come back. They met with multiple organizations and looked at multiple places to be able to bring in a business of 250 to 500 workers to Eastern Kentucky now. Sitting down in a conversation over a drink, got talking about their business and their supply problem they have in South Florida for workers for X amount of dollars. And I got to tell them about all the benefits of Eastern Kentucky now, especially with transition employees, which they hire. And, we connected them to the right people to hopefully further and let them establish and build and have a brick and mortar and also a telework facility in Eastern Kentucky within this year. So with that, what I said at the beginning, the wonderful USDA granted us the money. We are now officially building a motorsport mobile app. Its highlights is real simple. We want to, of course, promote our region, promote our roads with turn-by-turn navigation, supporting all local mom and pop places that will directly access them to, their Yelp page or Google so they can look at reviews. For itineraries, we want to be able to have large groups to be able to build their own itinerary, and they can do negotiation for bulk rate discounts when they come in. And that takes a lot of load off of us as far as trying to coordinate every event. And it's kind of putting an extra candy on it. We want to collect data about users to help our region better understand and market to the motorsport enthusiast and customer. Our ARC map of services, we grow this continuously. Right now we're working on 6 more trails for 2022, but we want to be able to establish in every county a pathway that we can have an event, have a club, have something going on all the time, which is bringing money to the region. As always, partnership is everything. I never claim to be an expert in nothing. I'm a jack of all trades. Backroads of Appalachia is a jack of all trades. We'd love to have your input, work together to bring motorsport tourism to Eastern Kentucky like it's never seen before. And of course, our mobile task, we're asking for what's next Eastern Kentucky Tourism Working Group. We want a mobile app task force. We want to be able to have the ability for your all's input and help to drive traffic to businesses and points of interest in your county. Learn about motorsport tourists and how to reach these customers and test the mobile app and help improve it. Any questions? Ruthie, if you do know Ruthie instead of me, feel free to contact her to get my email address or my phone number so we can chat more in depth. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Eric. Does anybody have any questions that they'd like to ask Eric right now?